I don't believe in the supernatural, but I think I've seen an apparition. I was always an outside kid. If I wasn't in school, I was outside. Rain, sun, cold, it didn't matter. I lived for walking around my neighborhood, riding bikes, playing with my friends, or just aimlessly wandering and talking. This story takes place on one of those ordinary afternoons, right outside my house. Nothing felt off at first. It was just a typical day after school. I was with my friend and my little brother. We weren't doing anything special, just our usual loop around the neighborhood, walking and talking like we always did. We were having a dumb conversation, joking around, saying whatever came to mind. Hanging out, as we used to call it. Just being kids. Eventually, we turned the corner onto my street and started heading up the hill toward my house. My stepdad always parked his car by the curb outside. As we walked up the sidewalk on the right side of the road, I noticed the passenger side door of his car was wide open, swung all the way out over the sidewalk. I didn't think much of it. Maybe someone had forgotten to close it. That kind of thing happened. We were still a little way down the street when we all saw the same thing, clear as day. A pale white arm reached out from inside the car and grabbed the edge of the open door. Then, calmly and without any rush, the hand pulled the door shut. The figure's long dark hair hung down slightly, barely visible through the gap before the door clicked closed. At the time, I just assumed it was my stepsister. She had long dark hair, and it wouldn't have been weird for her to be sitting in the car for some reason. Maybe she was looking for something or just waiting for someone. We didn't think twice about it. We just kept walking toward the car, talking. But when we got there was nobody inside. The car was completely empty. Doors locked. No one in the front seat, no one in the back. It was still and quiet, like it had been sitting there untouched for hours. We all looked at each other, suddenly confused. There was no way someone had exited the car without us seeing them. From where we were, our view was clear. There were no doors opening, no sounds, no movement, just that one smooth motion we'd all witnessed a minute before. We walked up the driveway and went inside. I immediately asked my mom and my stepsister if either of them had just been in the car. They both looked at me confused and said no. They hadn't been outside. To this day, I still can't explain what we saw. Maybe there was someone in the car and we somehow missed them leaving, but it doesn't make sense. We were right there, watching. It's the strangest, most unexplainable thing that has ever happened to me. And even now, every time I pass that spot on the sidewalk, I find myself glancing over at the passenger seat, just in case.